The Department of Home, Central Tibetan Administration recently hosted the 14th Administrative Conference of the Tibetan Settlement Officers and the 8th Agriculture Cooperative Conference in Dharamshala. Currently, there are 45 Tibetan settlements and 15 cooperatives under Federation of Tibetan Cooperatives India Limited. The Tibetan Settlement Officers and Federation of Tibetan Cooperatives are nothing less than a backbone to the Central Tibetan Administration. To know more about these two institutions, we have Dhondup Tsering, the head of Agriculture and Cooperative Section from Department of Home, on today's episode. Dhondup Tsering, welcome to In Conversation with Tibettv.
Good morning.
So, first and foremost, could you briefly tell us the roles and responsibilities of Tibetan settlement officers and cooperatives? What do they do?
Tibetan Settlement Office is the backbone of the CTA, and the TSO is the city's representative of the settlements. Core role and responsibility of the Tibetan Settlement Office. The first is that to ensure smooth and effective administrations of the settlements through execution of the Tibetan city's policy and guidelines in effective and fair and transparent manners. The second one is to look after the grievances of the settlers, especially to look after the welfare of the poor and destitute families. And third thing is that to encourage coexistence with local peoples. And the fourth one is license with state government's leaders and officials. So these are the core responsibilities of the TSO in the settlements. In the case of the cooperative society, a cooperative society is a voluntary cooperative movements which was started at the time of the assumption of the Tibetan settlement. The role and responsibility of the cooperative society is also a huge areas. So I can specify the few major role and responsibility of the cooperative societies in respective settlements. The first is that to ensure the smooth and effective administration of the cooperative and its various sections under the cooperative societies. And the second one is to implement, execute cooperative bylaw and procedures which is laid down by the competent authority of the state's registrations cooperative societies. And third one is just to attend the shareholders' grievances. And the fourth one is just to supplies agriculture inputs and procurement of the agriculture produce for marketings. This all they are due on the basis on the credit basis. Along with that, they also give us some generating the employment opportunity in the settlements. So this settlement office and the Tibetan society both play very crucial roles and the responsibility in the respective settlements.
So, in what ways does the cooperatives contribute to the sustenance of exiled Tibetan community?
In view of growing sustainable Tibetan settlements in exile, Tibetan Cooperative Society was started at the time of the establishments. So, different Tibetan Cooperative Society was registered under the different Cooperative Societies Act in different states. So, major contributions by the Tibetan Cooperative Society in respective settlements. The first one is look after the members' attendance for requirements, and they supply the agriculture inputs. And second one is they procure the agriculture produce for marketings. And third one is extend the agriculture extension service, like preparing the fields for tractors and harvesting machine for harvesting the crops and threshing the agriculture products. They will give the finance to its members for income generating projects. And third one is they also give a loan, short-term and long-term loan to the settlers to run the business. And they establish a commercial complex in different settlements just to engage employment opportunities and also generate the income for the settlers. So through that, they also engage a lot of job opportunity to the youths. And as per the cooperative bylaw, annual profit, after the profit appropriations, they have to provide the share dividend to the shareholders. And they also think that they educate the principle of equalities and mutualities and cooperation among its members. So in a nutshell, Tibetan Cooperative Society is a registered legal body in respective settlements. It plays the crucial role and contribute for sustaining economical viability in the settlements.
Well, can you tell us how involved are youth in these two sectors of community service?
In case of this youths are concerned in the different settlements, these youths nowadays youths are they'll receive a lot of beneficiaries under the different education systems as compared to our parents and grandparents. They get more exposures in different platforms. So they have contribute different what I call service in the cooperative and the settlement office. So mostly they have a lot of entrepreneurs in the respective settlements and cooperatives. So they do the sustaining the settlements, to stay in the settlements, to run the business in the settlements. And besides, they have a lot of young and energetic Tibetan youths who are directly engaged in the farming communities, who do the sustaining the farming and make a viability in the long runs. So these youths play the crucial role in the settlement to sustaining the settlements.
What were the major outcomes or the topic of discussions from the recent conferences?
So major outcome of this Tibetan Settlement Office Administrative Conference, we have focused for the 12 agendas. 12 agenda was thoroughly discussed among the settlement officers. Out of that, around 25 resolutions came up. In terms of the resolution is concerned, how do we changes and come up the way forward for the related to the administrative issues, and also the how do we look better and effective and efficient to look after the welfare of the Tibetan settlers in the settlements. So in nutshell, this conference outcome, many of the attendees, majorities are fully satisfied, and also they are motivated and energized and back to their settlements and put their best effort, ability to implement and executions of the CTA policy and guidelines to welfare of the peoples.
So if you look back, the 7th conference of the Tibetan Cooperatives was held in 2007, and the 8th was held just recently this year in 2021. Can you tell us why was it held this year in particular after such a long gap, which is I think 14 years of gap?
This is because of the main reason is that earlier, before 2004, Tibetan Cooperative Society was a registered body in the respective State Cooperative Society Act. But however, the president of the Tibetan Cooperative Society has been assigned additional charge to the settlement office. And the cooperative secretary was also appointed by the CTA officials. So since 2004, 12th Kashak has amended and giving full-fledged and independent cooperative and self-reliance cooperative. So that's why this 2007 we have held on the last meetings among the agriculture base and the cooperative society in 2007, which is directly conducted by the Department of Home. In 2005, we register Tibetan Cooperative Society in India. That comes under the Multi-States Cooperative Society Act 2002. So after the registrations, with consistently assistant guidance by the Department of Home, we streamlined the cooperative management systems and make self-reliance. Since then, these meetings was directly conducted by the Federation of Tibetan Cooperative Society India yearly. So after the gap of 14 years, since 2007 to 2021, so we want to hold this year, because another reason is that as a huge gap of years, we want to know the status of the what progress they so far done. And also we want to know that what the grievances they have, what the challenges they have. So thing is that along with the cooperative society and the settlement officers, CTA and Department of Home jointly and collectively and togetherness, how do we solve this issue to make a better movement of cooperative society to serve effective and efficient to see the welfare of the settlements in the settlers. So this is only the reason that we held after a gap of 14 years.
Well, thank you, Dhondup Tsering for taking out your time with Tibet TV today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So that was Dhondup Tsering from Home Department. We hope that today's conversation was an informative one on Tibetan settlement officers and Tibetan cooperatives. Thank you for watching Tibet TV.